Hi there, Professor. This is Brian Brewer from your online history class. So, this is my virtual log for the third paper. So as you know, my paper is based on George Washington's farewell address. I narrowed it down to focusing on the three divisions that are highlighted by the document. Those three divisions are North and South, the Federalists and Anti-Federalists, and the third one is isolationism and activism. The first division, arguably the most important, is the division between North and South. In the document, Washington talks a lot about, how the North and South benefit from each other. I think in a way to try and reaffirm the value of the Union to them. This was important because it shows that the division grew between North and South before the Civil War. It didn't simply, come and go and then culminate in, a violent conflict. As for the second division, the division between Federalists and Anti-Federalists, I really think Washington was more trying to make a statement against political parties as a whole, because political parties to Washington, did terrible things. More importantly, he did not like the election that followed his presidency, because it really showed that how self-motivated political parties were, and it showed how nasty American politics would get if they followed this sort of pattern. For the third division, the division of activism and isolationism, that's something that lasts to this day. A division really based on what is America's role in the world. For Washington, his perspective is based off a smaller America, which has, just come out of a war and doesn't really have the resources to engage outside of its borders. So he's really pro-isolationist, especially in the French conflicts. He signs neutrality acts to prevent any sort of alliance or engaging in the conflict. But that is where I'm at so far. I think for the next paper, I'm gonna try and focus more on the historical value and analyzing more of his position on the division in North and South. Alright, thank you, Professor. Bye-bye.